To the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Joe Reed returning. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. What's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran. And he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball,
oh my God,
throwing the long ball's got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year and missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down at 4. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Running on first down, Eckler.
Get the hole.
The 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. Able to get a single yard there. That'll bring up third down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is. Then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Herbert. And complete, right side to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Herbert hooking up with Cook for an LA first.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last 2 in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chase Young in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 31, Fitzpatrick. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Oh, that's the way
and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 75 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And you can see on the next-gen stats here, his total distance covered close to 90 yards that time. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 3
yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards at a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Fitzpatrick on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Gibson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Fitzpatrick. Oh, it's a screen pass.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Washington. J.D. McKissic as the first half is winding down. And Washington has once again taken the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Charger drive about to get going, and they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. That's into the hands of Eckler. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down. The final shot before the break for Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
First down, Fitzpatrick slings this deep from McLaurin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out behind the line of scrimmage. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on third down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for L.A. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Short throw. This is Seals Jones with it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert.
Throw it away.
And he's going to go down. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Why the fuck you get caught like that, man?
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a bit...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Herbert to Guyton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got Eckler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
It's complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. It's going to be a great season.
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game
You
right
probably
out of
caught
the
me
gate?
sleep, probably the
Preseason
week,
behind us. All these games count now.
Like I should.
Yeah, this is the exciting time with
You called
just 1
me
week gone.
probably 11, 12 o'clock that night. I was in the bed.
So for Washington, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
Oh man, you got the vid?
That's what Kamara think, because I couldn't watch Cam today.
Oh man. You going to the doctors or you just going to take some medicine and?
No, I'm taking some medicine. It's a cold one.
Oh, no fever?
Like I'm feeling better. Huh?
No fever?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it might be going from, because you went from the Sahara Desert in there, and now you probably got Antarctica.
That's what I think it is, because every time I hear the fan, I hear the fan blowing directly on me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it was. But I was calling you to ask you, is that how they do stuff now? They have flour, man?
Do what?
The wagon? Flour, man.
Oh, man, there's in them. I don't know. I don't know. That ain't nothing I'm getting down with. And
That was a garage talking about was it a coming out party? I was like, well, I didn't think like that. I just thought he always wanted to be a shepherd.
yeah, 'cause that boy crazy. He don't even drink. That boy he just crazy.
Oh my God. But they all, was he the flower man or was he a fruit?
He had flowers, so I don't know.
Right, garage said he was going flower man.
Yeah, that was.
I was wondering if all of the Grizzlies, did a performance coming down, but that was the wet. They used to see that as the reception.
Yeah.